Prince Charles-Philippe Marie-Louis of Orléans, Duke of Anjou, is a prince and member of the House of Orléans. He is the older of two sons of Prince Michel d'Orléans, Count of Évreux, and his wife, the former Béatrice Pasquier de Franclieu. His paternal grandfather was Henri, Count of Paris, the Orléanist pretender to the French throne. As such, Charles-Philippe takes the traditional royal rank of petit-fils de France with the style of Royal Highness. Charles-Philippe was an independent candidate in the 2012 French legislative election, standing in the 5th constituency for French residents overseas, which covers Spain, Portugal, Andorra and Monaco. He finished 7th, with 3.05% of the vote. Charles-Philippe assumed the position as Grand Master of the Orléans Obedience of Order of St. Lazarus in 2004 to 2010. Marriage and issue. On the 21st of June 2008, Charles-Philippe married Diana Alvarez Pereira de Melo, 11th Duchess of Cadaval. The ceremony took place in the Cathedral of Évreux. Both husband and wife are Capetians, descending in unbroken male line from King Robert II of France, Charles-Philippe through the elder son, King Henri I of France, via the cadet branch of the House of Bourbon-Orléans, and Diana from his younger son Robert I, Duke of Burgundy through the royal Portuguese branch of the House of Braganza. The couple are also fifth cousins, once removed through shared descent from King Francis I of the two Sicilies. Charles-Philippe's children by Diana will inherit the title Prince, Princess d'Orléans and the style of Royal Highness from the father. The couple's sons will, by tradition, also receive individual noble titles derived from the historical appanages of the French royal family. The first child, Princess Isabel d'Orléans, was born on the 22nd of February 2012 in Lisbon, Portugal. Her godparents are Princess Dora Lowenstein and Felipe VI of Spain. Politics. Charles-Philippe was an independent candidate in the 2012 French legislative election, standing in the 5th constituency for French residents overseas, which covers Spain, Portugal, Andorra and Monaco. As a candidate, he described himself as strongly attached to France's republican values, adding that he might subsequently join a recomposed centre-right party. He finished 7th, with 3.05% of the vote. Order of St. Lazarus. In 2004, Prince Charles-Philippe was appointed headmaster of the Orléans Obedience of Order of St. Lazarus. Prince Charles-Philippe's acceptance of this role placed the order under the sanction of a dynastic prince of the House of Orléans, in what is said to be a continuation of a tradition established since the 13th century when the Order of St. Lazarus came under the protection of King Philippe le Bel. This affiliation continued over the ensuing centuries, ending with the deposition of King Charles X of France when a decree of King Louis-Philippe I revoked royal protection of the diminishing remnant of the order and made it illegal to wear the order's decorations. Prince Charles-Philippe's designation as Grand Master of the Order of St. Lazarus was disputed by those knights who remained loyal to his distant cousins, Francisco de Bourbon-D'Huys Casani, Duke of Seville, and, subsequently, to Don Carlos Gerard de Bourbon, Marquis d'Almazan, and the Melkite Greek Catholic Patriarch Gregory III left him as protector of the order. Charles-Philippe founded the Saint-Lazare Foundation, which has been financed by the World Society, an international think tank whose mission, inspired by the Count of Paris, is to explore solutions to the planet's future needs for potable water. In March 2010, Prince Charles-Philippe decided to step down from his position as Grand Master for personal reasons, while maintaining his participation in the Order's activities duties in the capacity of Grand Master Emeritus, Grand Prior of France and Chairman of the Order's Governing Council. He was replaced by Count Jan Dobrzenski z Dobrzenic as Grand Master in the Orleans obedience, titles and styles. The 3rd of March 1973 to 8 December 2004, His Royal Highness Prince Charles-Philippe Marie-Louis of Orléans, petit-fils de France. The 8th of December 2004 to 21 June 2008, His Royal Highness Prince Charles-Philippe Marie-Louis of Orléans, the Duke of Anjou, petit-fils de France. The 21st of June 2008 present, His Royal Highness Prince Charles-Philippe Marie-Louis of Orléans, the Duke of Anjou, Duke of Cadaval, petit-fils de France. He is styled shortly as HRH the Duke of Anjou. Title controversy. On the 8th of December 2004, he received the title Duc d'Anjou from his uncle Henri, Count of Paris and Duke of France, head of the House of Orléans. There is some controversy in the use of this title by an Orléans prince. It had traditionally been borne by or associated with the heads of different Spanish branches of the House of Bourbon that claimed the French throne, as legitimist pretenders since 1883, in rivalry to the claim asserted by the House of Orléans. In that year Henri, Comte de Chambord, last patrilineal descendant of Louis XV, died childless. The legitimist legacy was claimed by the next senior branch of the Bourbons, descended from a younger grandson of Louis XIV, Philippe, Duke of Anjou. Although Philippe ceased use of the Anjou title upon becoming King Philip V of Spain in 1700, renouncing his succession rights to the French throne in exchange for retention of his Spanish crown, legitimists maintained that this act was not binding. Therefore, they still uphold the senior agnatic descendant of Philippe d'Anjou as rightful claimant to the French crown. In 1989, Louis-Alphonse de Bourbon became the senior agnate of the House of Bourbon, claimed the legitimate succession as had his father, and was immediately accorded the title Duke of Anjou by legitimists. He does not claim the Duke of Anjou is an inherited legal title, since it was never officially conferred upon his ancestor Philippe d'Anjou. It was, in fact, subsequently given by French kings to other cadets of the dynasty domiciled in France. Rather, it is explicitly a title of pretense, associated historically, politically and symbolically with French legitimism. The House of Orléans never possessed or used the Anjou ducal title during the ancient regime, but its head claims the right de jure to dispose of it, as of all titles traditional in France's royal house. So, too does the legitimist claimant. Thus, Charles-Philippe, Duke of Anjou and Louis-Alphonse, Duke of Anjou, contemporaries and cousins, both reared in Spain, as it happens, but nominally represent different and competing rationales for restoration of the French monarchy. Ancestry.